What is going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a great week. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Black Appeal the Apple Guy, and my channel specializes in tech tutorials, vlogs, and unboxings. Today I am going to be unboxing a new piece of equipment that is going to actually help me in doing my unboxings. Probably going to be in the same situation that a lot of other YouTubers who have thought about the same thing but really couldn't figure out exactly how to do it, or the room was too big or not big enough, or they just didn't have the space to do it. And what I want to be talking about is what they call overhead rig. So basically what that means is, if you watch any of the YouTube videos from a lot of tech tutorials, or just anyone who does unboxings, you've always wanted to know, how did they manage to kind of do the unboxing with their camera without having to, hold it, or, do some makeshift, work. And so I looked around on YouTube and I found a few DIY projects, and pretty much none of them actually would work. They're all would be a little bit more problematic. So my desk is not a big desk, and my room, it being not as big as it is, so most of the rigs that that I saw just wouldn't fit in my room. It'd be more clunky, and it would be just more disadvantageous than it would be It would be more disadvantageous to me than it would be advantageous to me. So I came across two YouTube videos. One was for a mic stand. These are actually both mic stands. One was made by Rode. One was made by Blue. Now, I don't know really much about, mic stands and all this and all that, but for the application, for what I needed it to use, it seemed like it was the more plausible way to do it. And so I kind of just did a little bit of YouTube video and just kind of looked around, see what other people were thinking, what their thoughts were on the Blue Compass is what it's called, which I have a link in the description for that one, as well as for the Rode PSA1, which I have a link for that one down at the bottom. Either one of these are pretty fine mic stands. No, my problem was exactly how it worked, or how I could use it in my everyday applications when it came to doing my unboxings. And so I watched a few YouTube videos, and I came to the decision of getting the Blue Compass, although there really is nothing wrong with getting the Rode. From what I've seen, both are pretty good mic stands, but I decided to go with the Blue. Now the problem, and I didn't really see this with most people when it came to explaining this, is that on your camera, when it comes to mounting it onto a tripod or a jobby or anything of that nature, the thread will fit into the bottom of the camera. I've learned that when it comes to the tripods, or I'm sorry, not the tripods, when it comes to the microphone mounts, well, the thread is actually a little bit bigger. As you can see from that is how big that fits. So obviously the thing that you need to thread this onto is much bigger than the thread that comes on your camera. So unfortunately, there really wasn't anyone who actually explained this too well, unless you did the DIYs. Then you could learn that you could learn it that way. But when it came to actually buying the particular device or product that you want, I didn't really see too many people actually mention that. And I actually went out and I bought a Jobby Gorilla Head, assuming that it would work based on what I saw on the video. And again, it's really only designed to thread into a Jobby, which most Jobby threads are not that big, especially none that I've seen that are big enough to accommodate this. Now, it may be possible if I gotten, like, say, the 5K, it might have been, but I wasn't sure since no one really mentioned it. And again, my camera being as light as it is, I just basically just bought it, and I have the 3K version on which I'm using right now on my camera. So basically all I did was I just ordered a simple I believe it's a 1/4 to 5/8 adapter, and basically all that's going to do is that's basically going to, the small part will thread into the camera, the other half will thread into this, which I can therefore thread into my mic stand, and then I can get my drop down overhead shots for that when I do my YouTube videos for unboxings. So it's just, if you're looking for something like that, it really takes some actually knowing what you're looking for in order to get what you want. Like I said, I just spent a couple of weeks trying to figure out what would work best for me, and it doesn't really work well for those who have a small tight space, or have a room that's not as big as what you see in most YouTubers videos. As you can see from my room, it's not very big, but this stand works just flawless. All I have to do is get an adapter. Once I get the adapter, I will plug it in, and then I will simply buy me another camera, and then that way I can do my drop down shots with that, as well as doing my vlogs back and forth, which is really what I was looking for when I basically bought these stands. So I did an unboxing of the compass, and I will be doing that after this, and that's it. So, and as you can see from the unboxing, now that I have it connected to my desk, this is pretty much what I wanted to do for all my overhead views. Obviously there's other ways of doing it, but as you can see from my desk, most of those DIYs won't work. This is actually the easiest way of doing it. It's pretty simple, as at the very bottom there's a desk clamp, and this clamp accommodates pretty much all sizes of desk, no matter how thick or how small it is. And then you just slide this piece into this, and then on each end there you're going to see little tab screw things. These are just what you use to tighten or loosen it depending on the configuration of the arm. And as you can see, there's one on the top, so you can position and do that any way you want, as well as on the very bottom right there. As you can see, there's a tab that you can lower it even further if you wanted to. And the problem you'll run into, as I ran into this and no one really addressed this, is as you can see from the thickness of the pole, unfortunately your simple head will not fit into that. As you can see how thick or thin that is and how thick that is. So as you can see, that will not fit into that, and the adapters that come with it will not fit this to accommodate that. But there is a female adapter that you can get that will accommodate into this. I will drop a link in the description as to where you can get that, so that when you want to use these type of gimbal ball heads, you can actually put that on there. Then you can kind of situate that any way you want with your mount. So, and another thing also that I'm surprised that no one really mentioned is when you first get it, it does tend to kind of stick into a certain way. So it took me a while to figure out how to do this myself, because I couldn't find a video. I found one, and I will drop a link on the description if you want to look at that video after me explaining it. But when you first get this, there's a tension rod or something in here that makes it very difficult for this to stay in one position. So when you first get out of the box and you want to angle it in a certain position, it's going to kind of just move itself back. It's because there's whatever's in here, there's a tension for that. It's preventing that from sticking into one spot. As you can see, the way I have it, actually it's the way I want to have it, and when I have my ball head situated with this, it makes it easier. But there is a screw on the very bottom of this, and I'm going to take this out and show it to you. So this is how easy you just take that out, and that's all you have to do. This screw, as you can see right there, and lost focus, but this screw right there, you have to loosen that in order for you to get the arm in the situation or situated in a spot that you want. So once you put it back in its post, as you can see, like that, then once you get that situated in there, then as you can see from the way I have my position, this works just fine for me. I can lower it and it will stay in the position that I want by simply just adjusting these. So that's something that wasn't really addressed much in the videos that I've seen for doing this. So I'm just addressing it now so that it makes it easier for you. But again, if you want to mount your camera onto this, you will need an adapter, as none of these really will fit on that. As you can see from the hole that it does not fit. That's too thick, and this is too thin, so they do make an adapter for that. So I will drop a link in the description on that, and that is pretty much it. So if this video was helpful, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, that way you never miss content. And once I reach 500 subscribers, I will be doing another giveaway. This is going to be a huge one. I'm either going to do a camera or a laptop. I'm not really sure. I thought I would leave it up to the people who have subscribed, the people who leave comments. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should do a giveaway of a camera or a laptop? So again, thanks for watching, everybody. This is Black Opino the Apple Guy, and have a good one.